What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity build-it video. Today we're going to be doing a high-level contest of Mayor's walkthrough for the player NewRep. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. We are almost to 3,000 subscribers. A lot of you guys have been getting my content out there on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to say thank you to those of you guys who are sharing my videos and all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing you're going to do is set the scene, and that is that he is a high-level player. He has 3 regions unlocked, and he does war 2 times a week. Okay, assuming that war starts at the beginning of the contest. Now we're going to go through, well, actually, he hasn't have plenty of tickets, so he doesn't have to save tickets. He can go ahead and just use those. And he is in the Mega League. Okay, so now we're going to go through the task assessment. We mark things non-premium, premium, high premium. Then we are going to do the breakdown, break it down into subcategories of main, rotatable, no touch, cancels, things like that. You really don't cancel as a high-level player, almost never. If you're not in a position to be able to do all of your assignments, then you're doing something wrong for the most part. Okay. So the very first one in the streaks is at rotatable value, and it is non-premium. That means that non-premium means that it cannot be worth up to 3,000 points. Premium can be worth 3,000 points. High premium can be worth over 3,000 points. Rotatable is an assignment that is in your list below 2,000 points. And then a main assignment is an assignment in your list 2,000 points or higher. Hang on. Okay, so one thing that we want to make a mental note of is the algorithm of each assignment, and that's something that you guys should be paying attention to at all times, right? I'm going to try to do these walkthroughs a little bit differently than I've been doing them, give you guys the reasonings when people choose the right assignment instead of just saying, yes, this is correct, and then you don't know why it was correct. So algorithm on the coins is really high. Okay, so the way that I judge algorithm is low, medium, high, extremely high. Low being the lowest point and extremely high being the highest point. Coins, repair, keys, monster. Those are all extremely high algorithm assignments. The moment that you do them, they pretty much come right back. That being in the streaks is, you know, not the best for a high-level player because it just means that it has a high likelihood of coming back in the streaks repeatedly, which would make less options for premiums. But it is what it is. So we have the main task premium being the upgrade war disaster. This is why it is important that you guys save your war cards for the contest of mayors. Otherwise, it's going to cost you ridiculous amounts of cards and keys to start upgrading. That's part of my problem right now, is that my war cards are at about level 7, and I really don't play war competitively, so some of you guys may be in that same situation where the contest of mayor is just one assignment once, 80 to 100 keys just to complete one 3K assignment, and that really sucks. Okay, the next one is at main task value, and it is technically a non-premium assignment. The bulbs, so he's going to obviously prep those, get those going. Then he has a main premium on the Finn simoleons. Okay, and then he has a rotatable non-premium on cargo. Cargo has a medium algorithm. All right, medium to high, depending on, you guys, every week has repeat tasks. That's different than average algorithm. All right, and I'm going to talk about that in a different video. So we have rotatable non-premium on the repair disaster. Then we have rotatable non-premium on keys. No touch non-premium on the glass. We, likely won't do this. I would have still marked it rotatable because you never know, but yeah, he likely will not do that. Then we have a rotatable high premium on the old town. Rotatable premium on Frosty, no-touch non-premium monster, no-touch non-premium design challenge, and a no-touch non-premium epic project. Okay, so War Disaster is the highest, best opportunity. Now he gets a upgrade, regular residential and placement of that. So let's see here. Now we would go to the next highest, and it doesn't necessarily, when you guys look at the order of rotation in the CoM guide, which you guys should all be referring to the latest 2022 CoM guide, it says to rotate your highest premium and non-premium assignments that are at main task value. Okay? Obviously, you would go through the entire checklist of the highest, best opportunity, all that good stuff. So right now, we're comparing a Finn Simoleon's premium to a non-premium bulbs. Now, the bulbs are significantly higher, right? So obviously, we're going to go with the bulbs first. So we do the bulbs. Okay, now we get a 2000 Omega upgrade. So the Finns are, 100 points higher, both of which are premium, but Omega has a higher algorithm rate. That being said, we know we're going to have to do the Finn Simoleon soon anyways, so we might as well just get the damn things done. So we go with the Finns to get 100 points more. Okay, now we get a London delivery for 2000. Now, this is something that a lot of players don't understand the concept of. When they look at something like this, they think, well, it's the same value, therefore, it doesn't matter which one I complete. And that is not the case, okay? You want to open up certain doorways, and you want to open up certain possibilities. For example, even though London and Omega are the same in value, they are not the same in algorithm. Omega has a high algorithm, not extremely high, but high algorithm. That being said, it has a higher likelihood of returning than the London deliveries, and it also does not cost you cash. So that being said, you would want to rotate the Omega first so that when you rotate the London, the Omega has a possibility of coming back in. Now he gets war deliveries and placement of the Omega, both of which are premium. So we have a premium war deliveries and a premium London. Okay. Now, premium war delivery, war is in session, so it does take priority. But is it ending like right now? Can we finish the London before war? Yeah, we can. So we would go with the London, being that it's 500 points higher than the war deliveries. Okay, so now pay attention to your doorways. So far, this doorway's been good to us, and the one below it's been good to us. So the top two doorways are, so far, they're being our good doorways. Out of these two, VU is higher, it's premium, and it has a decent algorithm attached to it as well. So we would go with VU. Now we get a launch rare war attack for 3000. Okay, so that's going to be the obvious choice. Now here we get a non-premium eco bag at main task value. So that makes that priority. Tokyo Town, 3000, main task value. Are you guys paying attention to how many good assignments have come from just this one doorway? This is something that high-level players don't really pay attention to. You often don't jump many doorways as high-level players. If you do, it's usually because you screwed up at the beginning of your rotation. High-level players screw up at the beginning of their week because let's say that they were in a situation, this happens a lot, you guys. Let's say your club wasn't in war and you wanted to continue working. Your club maybe doesn't do war the first 2 days of the contest. So you would have had to leave this to sit, and you would have had to do the, not the war deliveries, because you can't do that either unless the monster's there. So you would have had to do something else. Or you would have had to not do anything for the first 2 days. Now, this is exactly how this would have screwed your whole week up. Because now, instead of you working your 2 good doorways and getting consistent main tasks, now you're doorway jumping to lower doorways that don't give you good stuff, or they only give you good stuff every now and then, and you've completely screwed up your algorithm of your assignments. Okay, so now he gets the 3K house upgrade. Now that VU that he did for 2000, notice how it came back. Okay, so we've got, let's count them, same doorway, 1, 2, 3, 4th rotation, he got VU back for 3,000. Okay, so that's good. What's that? That's Omega. We did Omega once, right? Okay. We're only 10 assignments in. So it was only a few tasks ago. It wasn't very long ago. It was like within the first 3 assignments. Okay, so this is looking like our repeat tasks. Now this is his good doorway, so let's take this into consideration and say, okay, now what do we do? Well, shovels are non-premium, right? So in this situation, we do the order of rotation, and that is once all main tasks are gone, and you are at your rotatable, which would be below 2,000 points, we do what? We rotate our highest premium with highest algorithm, okay? And that would be the war deliveries. So even though it's 300 points lower, it has a good chance of bringing something in and opening up that possibility of that particular assignment to come in. We know we're going to come back to the shovels here soon anyways, but right now is not the time to do the shovels. We want to take advantage of these opportunities because these opportunities may not come back. For example, or at least not come back for a while. So let's say that we did shovels instead of war deliveries. And let's say that we got, 2,000 point assignments here and there. And we didn't open up the possibility for the war deliveries. Now we don't have that option. Like, we don't have that option to come in after we rotate the shovels. So it's better to at least get all your options opened up as soon as your main tasks have been utilized. So he does the war deliveries, and he gets a 2625 on the export HQ row. I don't know how he completed the Finn's task. So if he did open up the, Finn HQ, then that would be the one that he would want to do this on. Now, sometimes you can leave this assignment to sit, but at this value, it is not advised. Okay, so he does that, and he gets what? His repeat task of Omega. Okay, now, Omega by itself does not have a extremely high algorithm. You can go, let's say, a whole contest without seeing any Omega upgrade. But usually once it's there and it's been rotated in, it does come back at a good rate, which is why we rotate it. So we do the Omega. Now he gets what? Another repeat task. That is his VU. One London town for 3K. Okay. VU again. Leaf Simoleons, 2,800. 3,000 Tokyo delivery. So if you haven't noticed, this is a good doorway, right? The shovels is also a good doorway, but we're not at the point where we need to take the points jump for that, or the decrease. Now here, okay, so now here we say, okay, which one brings the best opportunity? Well, shovels brings a better opportunity. Neocoins is just slightly higher. The algorithm on Neocoins is higher than shovels. So shovels would be the correct choice. Whenever you go to, actually no, it would not be. I forgot he hasn't shown me the bottom part of his list. Okay, so now we're going to go to our highest premium again. I forgot he hasn't done that down below. Okay, so now here, his highest premium is going to be the Old Town building. All right? That is a high premium assignment, so that would be the first thing he would rotate in. And he gets Green Valley. Now, either we're going to continue getting our Omega and our VU as our repeat tasks, or it's going to throw in another one into the equation, which could be like a regional upgrade or something. I don't know. Okay, so there's his Leaf Simoleons. He's had that once before. Now there's his VU. War deliveries. We had that once already, so this will be time 2 on war deliveries. VU again. Omega again. Repeat tasks. Okay. Leaf Simoleon again. 3 times on Leaf Simoleon, so that's clearly what's going to be his repeat task. So now, all 3 of these doorways have been good to him, but they've all ended. So now we need to do what? We need to open up our next premium option, which would be at the lower part of the list, and that would be the Frosty upgrade. So he does Frosty, and he gets his repeat Omega. This week, honestly, is a perfect example of what you're supposed to do. This person could not have done better. Okay? Now they get their wave simoleons. Bulbs. How often do you get bulbs? Not very often. Can you think of the last time you really had this assignment? You don't get it very often. But he's had it twice this week. Okay. Just a mental note. So that could be one of his repeat assignments, but we know that's a repeat task. TVs. Okay. Omega repeat. Frosty. We just did Frosty. Repeat. Now, all 4 doorways have been utilized. Okay? All of his highest premiums have been rotated. Following the order of rotation, we've done all our main tasks. We've done all of our highest premium. Okay? What is the order of rotation? To go to our highest non-premium assignment with the lowest algorithm rate, because we don't want it to come back. If we do the neo-simoleons, it has a higher likelihood of returning than shovels does. Okay, so we're not going to do the Paris, we're not going to do the cement because it's significantly lower than the shovels and the neo-simoleons. So if we look at neo-simoleons versus shovels, which one is higher in value? Neo-simoleons. Okay, what's the value difference? 40. So over 40 points? Really? No. Which one brings better opportunity? Shovels. Which one has a higher likelihood of coming back? Neocoins. Will we likely have to rotate the neocoins at some point? Probably. But right now it's not the correct choice. He went with neocoins. That was a mistake. Got his repeat task. Okay. There's his repeat VU, which we knew was coming back around. His repeat fin coins task. Repeat VU, Omega. Now he gets electrical. That doorway is sealed. Okay? Now, why is it sealed? He's got 3 days, 19 hours remaining. The electrical came in at 1800. Even if he has electrical prepped, we would not do this assignment. Why? He is at 20 tasks remaining. He needs to start streaks soon. Okay? So it does not make sense to take a hit on his score to open up the possibility of a lot of damn downtime. We do not want the electrical to become a repeat task. Now, here's his option. When you hit 20 tasks remaining as a high-level player, you continue on with your main tasks trying to secure any long factory productions. If you run out of main tasks, and in his case he has an option here. He can either do the shovels, being at rotatable value, and see if he gets some main tasks or if he can secure feed. But he doesn't want to continue to rotate rotatable valued assignments before his streaks. Why? Because if he does the streaks first, then he can go ahead and go back to the normal rotation and not have to worry about securing things. So if it was me, I would do the shovels and see if I could secure feed. I've got glass and I've got electrical secured. If I do the shovels and I immediately get a rotatable valued assignment, then I would just say, nope. Another thing that we want to try to secure is that regional HQ task. That being said, I would have at least attempted at the shovels. He went with cargo. That was a big mistake. There was no reason to go with cargo. Okay, not only does it cost cash, it wasn't a good doorway, and it doesn't have a good opportunity, and the algorithm could be significant if it turns into a repeat task, which would only cost him cash. So far, I would not want to be costing myself any cash. Now he gets a 1560 on paint. Are you surprised? Look at all this time. Look at the pattern. He's been rotating his main tasks, rotating his premiums, getting his good assignments, getting his repeat tasks. He changes the doorway to something that he shouldn't have. And what happened? No repeat task. He got no main task in return. He just got garbage. Okay, so he did something. I don't know what he did, but somewhere in here we're missing a screenshot. And he got the complete export HQ route. Now, he said he only had 3 regional HQs. So I'm assuming that one of those regional coins ones was still closed. Otherwise, we would not want to do this. We would want to secure this and start the streaks. That way we know that we can finish the streaks in the right amount of time. Okay? I don't know what he had going on in his game to determine if this was correct or incorrect, but if you did not have at least one closed regional HQ, this was a mistake. Okay? Because if this comes back in the streaks now, you're screwed. If you end up with like a feed assignment and then this comes back, you could potentially screw yourself. Now, what did you rotate? I want to know what you rotated. Waiting to see the bottom portion of his list. Okay, bottom portion of his list. Okay, so we've got the electrical, we've got the Paris, we've got the cement, and then we have the upgrade residential. So let's go back. I think he rotated the shovels. Yep, okay, so perfect example, okay? What I was just saying here. He rotated cargo, got paint. That was a mistake. He then rotates shovels, which is what he should have done originally. And he gets this secured. If, like I said, if this was not, definite, I can do this, at least until streaks are over, then it was okay to do this. Otherwise, it was not. He does this, and he gets a 3K main repeat task. Repeat Omega. Now it's sealed up with flour at 1560. Now at this point, there's no reason to take any more hits on his score at all. I mean, we've rotated at least one of our rotatable valued assignments before streaks. We've got electrical secured. We've got glass secured. He really needs to get the streaks done. So he starts streaks, gets plastic seeds, leaf simoleons, streak bonus. Wave simoleons, chairs, repeat VU, Tokyo, which is also turning into a repeat task if you haven't noticed. Blue text. There it is. There it is. Now, can you imagine if they were closed down? He would fail, and that would be screwed. Okay, so luckily, he obviously was able to do it. Now he's got Tokyo. There's the bulbs. We called that as a repeat task. Did we not call that? How many times have you seen bulbs 3 times in 1 week at 2,000 points or higher? At any point or higher. Bonus, there's cargo. That's why I would not have rotated that. Repeat Omega. Repeat Tokyo. Saps. Bonus. Repeat Tokyo. Latin. London, repeat VU. Paris, repeat VU. Repeat Rosen HQ. Again, this is the 4th time he's had this assignment this week. Repeat VU. Now, why he does this, I know why. All right, so what he's doing is he's doing the electrical. I'm assuming he's trying to secure something else. Or no, he's not, because, so he's got 1 assignment left on streak 6. He can do that assignment in 1 second and get his bonus points. So he's got 3 hours to complete that VU assignment. So he can go ahead and pick up on the electrical. Now he gets chemicals. He does his VU assignment, gets his streak bonus. Okay, now he's got 5 tickets remaining. All right. And I assume he's attempting to save those tickets as he's clearly way above the leaderboard. Now, let's say that he wasn't and he wants to continue on. Okay. So here we go with value over opportunity. That would be the Paris. Now, here's the thing though. Looking at this, why would we spend all that extra cash over 40 whopping points? If your competition is nowhere near you, then it wouldn't matter. But if your competition even has a chance, if you're like level 99, those 40 points could be winning or losing. So in that case, we would go with the Paris, right? But it looks like he's fine. And clearly, you know, way above the leaderboard, but there's also 2 days left, and a lot of people don't move that quickly. So if you end up having your competition start to catch up to you, you're definitely going to want to continue on. You did really, really good this week. These are the types of weeks that show exactly what is supposed to happen. Now, when you go and you take a week like this where you can predict your repeat tasks, you can locate your good doorways, you rotate things in the right order. Now go back and look at the weeks where people screw up. Think about it. Go back and go through some of those walkthroughs and say, wait a minute here. That was a mistake. People think that one mistake is like no big deal. Like, oh, I just made a mistake. It's no biggie. It changes the entire course of your rotation. So then people come to me after they've already made mistakes and they want me to correct their week. And I'm trying to locate their good doorway and get their rotation back in play, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. But if you start and you do things right from the beginning, this is what's going to happen to you every week, unless you fall into like reverse rotation, which is out of your control. But the point being is that so many people, they make sacrifices because they just don't want to do whatever they're supposed to do, or they can't do it. You know, like maybe they get a look at throughout his whole week. How many times did he get a regional coins task, right? And he decided what? That he had to do it. How many people would just say, I don't want to do it. It's too hard. Well, that's going to change the way your rotation goes. Leaving things like that to sit and the order in which you're rotating stuff has a huge, huge impact on how the game spits out your tasks. This is kind of what I was trying to explain to you guys when you open door 1 and you have, A, B, and C, and then you open A and you go back to door 1, and then you open it again, and then you go through B, and then you come back to door 1, and you go to C, and then you come back to door 1, and then A pops back up again. It's like this constant, revolving door of assignments through that one value placement. And a lot of people don't understand that. So then they go to door 2, and they can't get back to door 1 through door 2. So now they don't even know what door 1 is labeled anymore. They don't even know how to get back to it. And they're screwed. They can't locate their good doorway, and by the time they figured it all out, the 20 assignments in. They've lowered their average, and they're screwed. Follow the order of rotation that I've written up for you guys. Follow the technique, and you'll be fine.